Hi, this is Matthew from Typito. So today we'll be covering one of the most popular type of video created by a church called the pastor's message. So pastor's message is basically a message by the pastor or any member of the clergy of a church, and the message is usually directed to the members of the church or the congregation. Now, what does this message contain? This video usually talks about the next order of service, or a sermon, or an upcoming event, or it could be the pastor reflecting on a passage from the Bible, or even notifying the members about some updates from the church, or it could even be anything else which the pastor thinks is important to communicate to the members of the clergy. Usually, these videos are 1 minute to 3 minutes in duration because it's important to kind of keep the audience attention span in consideration. You don't want to create a 10-minute video and have the audience drop out probably midway during the video. And from a production perspective, these videos are recorded with a simple video camera or a smartphone, usually in landscape mode or widescreen mode, with the speaker facing the camera and talking to the camera. So, what we will cover today is how we can create these videos for YouTube, social media, and other platforms, how we can edit them quickly so that these videos are optimized for brand compliance and engagement. And now we are going to do that with the help of three important components which we add in the video. One is the logo, and the other is the title, and the third would be captions, automatic captions. So to explain this kind of a video, I've taken a quick example from the People's Church, where we have Pastor Sandra Ryan, who has given a beautiful message for the church congregation during the Easter week. So, what we have done is we have basically repurposed the same video which Pastor Sandra Ryan has created. We'll be editing this on Typito to kind of explain how we can uh, repurpose this video for social media and other platforms and make it brand compliant, and how we can improve engagement in such a video. So I want to first of all let you know that the assets we are using for editing belongs to the People's Church. Is a video recorded by Pastor Sandra Ryan, and we are using it only for demonstration purpose, and we don't hold rights to these videos. So what I've done is I've uploaded the same video in a project on Typito. As you can see, it's available here. So first and foremost, what I want to introduce you is to the concept of having a logo on the video. So you can go to the images section, and this is the People's Church logo which I found on the internet. Again, a beautiful logo. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to make sure that all our videos have our logo so that they are compliant with the overall brand presence the church has online. So I'm going to click on this. It shows up here, and I'll move it to the top right, where I think is a great place to keep the logo on this video. And also I can play around with the transparency a little bit. Now that's ready. We talked about the other two components, that is the title and the captions. So before that, I want to introduce something which is very important when it comes to creating videos for social media. That is the ability to create the video for social media in the form of a square format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to use this option called square here. This is one of the options I can use because square videos or vertical videos do much better when consumed on smartphones, where a lot of your members of the congregation would be consuming the videos which you upload and publish. So what I'll do is I'll also introduce you to another format called square letterbox, which is basically nothing but the same video covering the same landscape but with the padding on the top and the bottom. I'll use this format in this video to explain how this video can be repurposed for social media. Now I want to quickly move it here. The reason being, I have some plans for the padding area on the top and the bottom. And what I do is I'll first make sure that the logo shows up from the first frame. That is, there is none animation while it comes in and none animation when it goes out, and it's gonna be available throughout the video. As you can see, the video is of 2 minutes 19 seconds, a perfect duration for a pastor's message video. So the logo will now show up throughout the video from the start till the end. Now the next thing which I'm going to do is I'll be adding a title for this video so that the audience get an understanding of what exactly the video is about. Now, it could be We Pray Easter Week, for example. That is the title which Pastor Sandra Ryan decided to give for the YouTube video. Or it could be something else which kind of conveys the context. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll keep it something simple. I'll just call it Pastor's Message, so that the audience actually understand what exactly it is. So I could probably keep it a little smaller and align it to the center. And of course, you can use whichever font, whichever color you think works really well. In this case, I also chose to have this navy blue padding area color because I felt it goes really well with the way the video is being recorded right now, with the objects in the screen or the properties in the screen. Now you can always change the color of the padding here. This is the option you can use. So I'll get back to the title which we are adding for the video. Again, the title, just like logo, it really helps if the video title is there throughout the video, right? So again, what I'll do is since there's a simple text animation which I've added, I'm gonna keep it with a none animation in and none animation out, and very similar to the logo, I'm gonna keep it throughout the video so that the audience know anywhere in the video that what it's talking about. Now, of course, a pastor can be really creative here. They could add the date, for example, or give a context of what they're talking about. For example, if it's a Bible passage, the title can be referring to that, for example. So now that the two components are done, I'll be going to the third component, which is a very, very important component when it comes to engagement for the video. So that is captions. So I go to captions on the bottom left, and I'll be adding captions on this video. So let me pick this style, for example. There are other styles you can pick from here. There are quite a few of these styles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this one, and it gives you a preview of how it looks like. So if you want, you can play around with the font size and other details. So I think 24 looks like a fine font size. 21 is a little smaller for the requirement that we have. Again, it's all up to us to decide how we want it. And you can also change the colors. For example, if you want to have a darker color here, if you wanted to blend it with the background, you can have something like that. If you want a color which is kind of standing out, you can do that as well. In our case, what I prefer is a color which kind of blends in with the background. I'll prefer this. Now, you can also choose where you want the captions to be, at the bottom, top, or in the center. It would make a lot more sense here to keep it in the bottom so that it's aligned well with the padding area you find here. Now, once this is decided, I go to next, add content. And here, the beauty is that you don't have to add all the content manually. Based on basically the speech which is provided by Pastor Sandra Ryan, we'll be able to do a voice to text transcription. And you click on auto generate. You already have it ready now. So all the all the parts which were basically mentioned by Sandra Ryan, Pastor Sandra Ryan, has been transcribed and added on the video with the styling we wanted. And the styling can, again, I want to stress on that, can be made really brand compliant. If there is a specific font that the church uses, you can always use that font for adding the text elements. Now let's see how the transcriptions come out.
I'm Pastor Sandra Ryan, and this is the beginning of Holy Week. Every day this week, we're going to be praying together. We're going to be looking at the words of Jesus as he teaches his disciples and tries to prepare them for what lays ahead.
So as you can see, the voice to text conversion is usually 90 to 95% accurate. There'll always be slight changes you'll want to make. For example, in this case, I think, and this is the beginning of Holy Week, I would press and enter here, take this to the next line, and start the next sentence here by just modifying it. So the best part is it's just as simple as editing or modifying a Word document. So, and that the change gets reflected.
And this is the beginning of Holy Week. Every day this week, we're going to be praying together.
Again, I'll keep it small because that's how we want it. And you can always play around with the alignment to make it much better.
We're going to be looking at the words of Jesus as he teaches his disciples and tries to prepare them for what lays ahead.
I hope you understood how exactly you can modify the captions which are already added on the video. For example, if there are areas where you think a caption is overlapping, you can always go ahead and make sure that they take the appropriate space. So as you can see, this left and right bars are what are used to kind of modify the duration of a caption element, which is again a text overlay, and that would be it, right? If you want to create a pastor's message video for your online platforms where you want to engage with your community, with your church congregation, I would really recommend modifying or editing it in a very quick fashion so that it's much more easier for the members to consume them. And once you're done with it, so you can always make changes to make it look aesthetic. You can always kind of keep it to the center. Once you've done with it, you can always, all you can do is from the start, you can just play the video till the end to make sure that everything is looking fine, and then you can export the video. You could also play around with audio. If you want, you can add a music and then make sure that the music volume is less so that it doesn't override or overpower the very important message that the pastor is giving. But audio is always up to you, how you want to kind of make the video a little more engaging. And once you're done, you can always click on export, and you will get the exact thing which you're finding here which you found when you were previewing the final video through this player, and that would be it. I hope you found the pastor's message video and how to make a pastor's message video much more engaging and brand compliant. I hope this video was helpful in explaining how to do that. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our community, that is community.typito.com, and ask questions there. We'll be happy to answer them. And we are in fact putting a lot of effort to make sure that all the pastors around the world are prepared to communicate online with their members during these difficult times of the COVID-19 pandemic. And thanks a lot for watching. And that would be it from my side.